So the forever war keeps going. Now we're getting the report, the Discern report is pointing out how it's been confirmed now that cartels are establishing paramilitary level organizations here in the States, and that one of their key things is that apparently one of the key threats is that they have now people who are training along the lines of sniping, or people who have been trained along those lines, because what the whole thing is with the cartels is that the CIA a long time ago started a program with this former Nazi named Klaus Barbie, and he's one of the key people who is key to Bolivia becoming a fascist state for about easily a generation. Something I wasn't very aware of until rather recently. Bolivia is one of those places you just never meet a Bolivian, and so one of the things to think about is, so now in the United States, with the help of the liberal, so one of the things is that you have these liberal atheist Jews who are more into socialism. By the actual, when people have looked into this, they've actually found, like, there's now people writing articles. There's actually Jewish people writing articles about other Jews, talking about this tendency toward self-hatred and embracing socialism, which I think is key to all people who embrace socialism. I think you're seeing that most poignantly with young white Americans, that the women are embracing socialism because their mothers didn't actually teach them anything about their culture. They have no cultural history. Their bad relationships with their fathers. It's dads who pass on culture, not women. Women pass on recipes and maybe some hobbies. But I mean, they don't pass on the culture unless they're highly, highly refined people, or that and really it's that it's that the mother and father pass it on as a unit, as a married unit. So you're seeing these people who've embraced socialism now becoming completely mask off, and really making everybody understand that because religious Jews are a cultural group that is intensely studies their own culture. This just takes any knowledge of like knowing about religious Judaism. It has to kind of study itself to know about decisions about life that are then passed on. Well, now all over social media, people are showing what they really think of religious Jews. And I'm finding it absolutely fascinating to see the liberals mask off. And Antifa absolutely dancing on graves, just as we all knew they would when they got the opportunity. Because anybody who knew any of them has ever met any of them, knows they're a little weird about Jews. Just a little. Because they hate religion, as all socialists hate religion. And because religion is a part of culture, this is a group that has always had to be fundamentally eliminated for socialists to have their socialist outcome. This isn't just my idea. This is the idea of Karl Marx himself. Marx hated Jews. He wrote a whole book on it. It's just that socialists like to hide that book. But you could get it. It's on Amazon. And because that's a culture, and you have to erase culture for socialism to exist. You have to completely replace all real human culture with socialism, because that's not how anyone behaves. Nobody behaves according to socialist norms. So this is just kind of wonderful to see. Everybody's going to have to go mask off. And so key to this is the Republicans are going to have to tread very carefully, because nobody's going to fight for them. Nobody's going to fight. Nobody in America wants to get drafted. Nobody in America wants to fight. Nobody in America wants to enlist. This isn't our fight. There's not going to be 20 years fighting it out in Syria, fighting. No. In fact, the GOP will only succeed if they propose peace. It's the only way they'll succeed. Trump literally has to now propose peace. That's the only thing he cannot propose war. He can't do it. He will lose. He will lose his own base. You know, he's got to come at it as this is a tragedy. This is why they are armed. They have an armed forces. And then he has to bring up, how did this happen? He has to. And one of the key reasons why is because when push came to shove, did Benny help him out? Did Israel help out Donald Trump? When push came to shove, you know, like did Israel stand up for the patriots? Did Israel stand up for, you know, did you hear Israeli press trying to help right-wingers investigate what really happened on January 6th? No. Really, you know, they wanted to believe in things like that. All these, yeah, they wanted to believe what they wanted to believe, and they did what they did. They are who they are, and now this is one of these things that the right is in no way, shape, or form united on this. In no way. So the left really has to get this idea now. The right is now they're in factions now. We know there's people like me who are deep right and Christian, and it's time to pray because there's no guaranteeing fighting is going to get us anything, any good outcomes, you know. And we have to leave it to this is Israel's issue. I'm a nationalist. This is Israel's issue. They're going to have to handle it. You know, they have an air force. No one around them has an equivalent level air force. They have, the weapons they have and such, nobody around them can match them. And when it comes to the weapon systems, when it comes to raw numbers, that's a different thing. And they know that. And the opposition knows these people aren't reproducing. Who's reproducing? The Ummah. The Ummah has many, many young men. A lot of people are going to have to start making some very hard decisions about who's going to run the world in the future. Like, these socialists think like, oh yeah, you know, all these Muslims are going to be like down with the cause. No, they won't. When the moment comes, they won't be down for they're going to be down for their cause, which is Islam. They're not going to they're not going to care about socialismo. They're not, no. And you're going to submit. And now people are also finding out, oh, a lot of these people were kibbutzniky. A lot of these people were labor. They were labor Zionists. Like, more and more, we're starting to find out, no, these people were labor Zionists. This wasn't an attack on the super religious communities. This was an attack on the ones that were near the kibbutzes. They were kibbutzniki, kibbutzniky, right? And so that's, that enough of them. And so that's why it's like when a lot of people were like, you know, the thing of, oh, you know, they did this to all these children, and one would think, like, how did they get, like, was it a school? Like, how did they get access to all these babies? And it's like, no, they're, because kibbutzes separate children from their parents. They believe truly in the idea of the group raising the children. It's truly demented. But that's yeah, that's where we're at. I can't believe Destiny has had to sit back and be like, okay, you motherfuckers are crazy. Like that now the left is becoming so mask off, so nasty, that so fast that Destiny's been like, yo, if this is what being a liberal is, if this is what being a progressive is, no, I don't want to have shit to do with you people. And that yeah. Tim Pool's right. This is about to change the entire culture war. The entire thing. All of this is about to change. It's almost time for maybe Mr. Beckloff and a few of the old friends to get together and have a little stream. Just no, but I don't know. I don't know if Beckloff wants to fuck with such a subject, because he's busy with the box factory. All right. Well, this is your fried chicken hero. Woo! It's my Friday. I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna have some drinks. And oh my gosh, look at this thing I got. I think I showed you guys. Look at this thing. Look at that. That thing is adorable. I cannot believe how cute these darn things are. Got two of them. Getting paid tomorrow. I think I'm gonna get a third. I was waiting till payday. I'm like, oh, if it's still there on payday, I'll get it. It's like a little pumpkin. It's really adorable. I don't know. I don't have much stuff that's really adorable. All my toys are like, look, sweet man toy, guy line. All right, later.